morning, Cardinals fans. Listen, I know what you're thinking. I know what this looks like. I only came back because things are sort of good again. I mean, kinda, yeah. But not on purpose. I mean, we've talked, the Cardinals and I just had some stuff to work through. That's all. You know, kind of like Matt Carpenter had some stuff to work through when he was creating the perfect salsa recipe. And also making a legitimate MVP case for himself in the second half of the season. But that is a debate, well, for like the rest of the season, all 47 games that are left. But instead, let's talk about last night. It was John Gant's turn in the rotation that is still without Carlos Martinez and Michael Wacha. And yes, I may have suggested that new guy Tyson Ross, take his spot in the rotation. But with the series win on the line, I have to say, John, buddy, pal, my bad. I apologize, I should never have doubted you. But first, there was Yadier, the greatest two-hole hitter of all time, Molina, hitting a home run, a solo shot in the first to put the Cardinals on the board early against Trevor Richards and the Marlins. And I'm sure we'll talk a lot more about Matt Carpenter in the coming days, but let's not forget how remarkable this season has been for Yadier Molina and how good he has been hitting behind Carpenter in the lineup. I mean, he might be the most unconventional two-hitter out there, but he's almost always, almost being the operative word, a tough at-bat. And he's one of the best on this team at generating runs or sustaining rallies, especially in a season where he has almost 3 times as many extra base hits as he does ground balls that turn into double plays. I mean, that's pretty incredible. Mike Shildt, man, and that beautiful creative mind that thought, you know what, if I can't bat Carpenter third to let Molina hit behind him further down in the order, let's just move Molina up. It's brilliant. But one-run leads are tough to hold on to most nights. So with the new-look bullpen on high alert, John Gant sort of struggled his way through the second inning, allowing a walk and 2 singles that tied the game at 1 run apiece. But after that, John Gant shut down the Miami Marlins and sat them down in order for the next 4 consecutive innings. And in fact, the Cardinals pitching staff as a whole last night sat down 21 in a row, which did not include Jordan Hicks or Bud Norris. But run prevention is only half the battle. Good thing the Cardinals have their very own superhero in disguise. No, I'm not talking about Harrison Bader or even Paul DeYoung, although my Twitter timeline might suggest otherwise. I'm talking about Captain America himself, Matt Carpenter, who stepped to the plate in the 6th inning and did what it seems like he has to do at least once every night. Quickly finding himself in a 3-0 count, Matt Carpenter took a fastball down the pipe for strike 1 and then waited on that changeup that can be quite deadly from Trevor Richards. Instead, this time the swing of Matt Carpenter, powered by salsa, was quite deadly and sent a rocket over the right field wall for Matt Carpenter's 31st home run of the season, the most in the NL. There aren't words. This run that he's on is remarkable, and honestly, it's quite satisfying after spending most of the season listening to the masses try to close the book on the Matt Carpenter story. And yet, here he is, leading the National League in most offensive categories, creating a legitimate MVP case for himself, and making it all look so easy. If you haven't yet, you should head over to Birds on the Black when you're done watching this and check out Ben's piece on Matt Carpenter and how he could finish the season. It's a really fascinating piece where he lays out some of the options as far as what could happen to Matt Carpenter's numbers, just the stats. If he hits like he did early in the year, if he hits like he has recently. Really, really interesting. But guys, the reality is there's no bad option. It's incredible. Postseason or not, NL MVP or not, Matt Carpenter is almost single-handedly making baseball fun again for Cardinals fans. I say almost because the other guy making baseball fun again for Cardinals fans is Mike Shildt. I find find myself wanting to watch his post-game pressers because I'm so fascinated by the way he translates his brilliant baseball mind into actual baseball strategy and real conversation. He's candid, he's thorough, he's engaging. I mean, last night he talked about hitting Yadier Molina in the 2-hole with this wry grin on his face, like he knows that he nailed that. He knew it was a stretch, he knew it was unconventional, but he knew what he was doing, and he's kind of nailed it. He talked about pulling John Gant after 63 pitches, noting that, yeah, he could have gone further, but the Cardinals needed offense. They had a chance to create some more runs, and they did that by way of walks and extra base hits from Marcell Ozuna, Paul DeJong, Colton Wong, Yadier Molina, a Matt Carpenter walk in the middle there somewhere. I mean, contributions from up and down the lineup are proof that what Mike Shildt is doing is working. Of course, the otherworldly performance from Matt Carpenter seemingly every night doesn't hurt his cause. So the Cardinals pull off a 7-1 win in the series finale against the Marlins. That gives them 4 consecutive series wins. We haven't seen that in a long time. Most of the rest of the year, the Cardinals end up playing teams they have to beat to gain a wild card berth into the postseason. That's a lot of pressure, but really, for the first time in a long time, I kind of feel like they could do it. And I really hope I don't regret it.